welcome back to my channel. So jumping right into this video, the wig that I will be using today is from WowAfrican, and it is a 360 unit in Yaki texture, and she is beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how I customize my units when they're too big for me to prevent me from losing forehead in the front. You know how sometimes the wig pulls down too far and you kind of lose part of your face. I'm going to show you guys how I prevent from doing that when the wig is too big, or if you pull it back to your hairline, you kind of get that droopiness in the back. I'm going to show you how to get rid of that. So starting off first, I'm going to go ahead and remove the ear tabs. So we don't need these, and we're going to cut these off anyway, and it's just easier to do it in the beginning and get it out the way so you're not trying to cut it while it's on your head. So I'm going to go ahead and remove both of the ear tabs, and then I'm going to remove the lace in the back of the unit because again, this is a 360 unit and I'm not going to be pulling it up, so I'm not plugging the back or anything. So I'm just going to remove all of the lace that I do not need right now. So once the lace is removed, I'm going to go ahead and put the unit on so I can get a feel for how it fits and for exactly how much I don't need and where my real hairline is. So as you can see, it's way too long for me. Like the sideburns go way too far down to my ear, and the hairline is super duper close, like almost touching my eyebrows. So this is what we're going to work on reducing. So because this had a lot of lace and I couldn't really see, I'm going to go ahead and just cut just a little bit of the lace off, enough so I can see, but enough for me to still hold and grip when I'm plucking and customizing it. So now I'm showing you where the wig is right now without doing anything to it. And if you guys look really close, you can see where my wig cap is. So my wig cap is where I want my wig to start. So I put my wig cap all the way to the front so I can see exactly where I want my wig to start. And my little widow's peak is like 3 hairs right there. That's where I want to lay my wig. So if you guys look close, you can see that I'm losing about an inch of forehead, and we don't want that. So because I want my wig to look like my natural hairline without getting that droopy booty in the back of my head, I'm going to pull the wig all the way forward, and then I'm going to take my rat tail comb and I'm going to part out the section that is too much. So I'm going to part out that inch of parting space that was a little bit too far down on my forehead because I don't need this part, and I'm making sure that the back is still super snug to the back of my head because this is how I want my wig to fit, and these are the hairs that I don't need. So I'm just going to go ahead and part this section out, and as you can see, you can still see where my wig cap is. This is the little bit of space that I want right there because this is exactly where I want my wig to lay. So I'm going to go ahead and rubber band this section out of the way, and we'll come back to it later. But while I have the wig already on my head, I'm going to go ahead and work on my ear tabs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the wig down, and as you can see, it's too far down for me. So I'm going to take my rat tail comb at an angle, and I'm going to part up above my ear and pull that hair down. So I'm just going to keep getting, I'm going to keep parting it until I get it exactly fitted to my hairline so that I don't have the hair chilling on top of my ear, if you guys can see. So because it's always better to cut too little than it is to cut too much because you can't attach it back, I'm going to go ahead and part out just a little bit more so I can give myself some wiggle room in case the other side needs to be cut a little bit more or less, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut right here, and then if I have too much left over, I'll cut that at the end. So I got it pretty perfect, and then I'm just going to do the same thing to the other side. So once that is done, I'm going to begin plucking the hairline. So I like to pluck my hairline in sections. I like to do 4 sections, 2 on each side, basically like 2 on each side of the front. And of course, I like to wet it with a little bit of water at first just so I can get the hairs to behave properly and get them out of the way and get them going in the right direction. And then I'm going to begin plucking it. If you guys want a detailed video on how I pluck it, because I did speed through it here because the video would have been extremely long, then go ahead and comment down below because I do it a little bit different than my previous plucking video, and I would love to do an updated video for you guys. So go ahead and let me know down below if you guys want me to record that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just speed through this part, and we're going to get it nice and plucked. And this is the side that I've plucked so far versus the side that I haven't done anything to. So once the entire hairline has been plucked, I'm going to go ahead and begin removing the lace. So y'all, I just like using these little scissors. These actually came inside of a sewing kit, and they're just like perfect for maneuvering little things. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut the hairline. As you can see, I'm going to completely remove this little ponytail part. I'm not going to pluck it. I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm just going to remove it because we do not need it. Now for the application part, using the same products as always, the clear got to be glue and the freeze spray, and I'm just going to line my hairline with this. So I'm only going to put the gel on the area that I want the wig to lay. So because I want my wig to lay as close to my hairline as possible, or not as close to my hairline as possible, but to be almost exactly to the shape of my hairline as possible, I'm going to only put the gel on the outline of my hairline and a little bit above it, like a little bit on the skin part, like on my forehead part. But I'm not going to put it anywhere else because I want it to be the exact shape of my natural hairline. And then once I have it like that, I'm going to let it dry for a little bit. And you'll know when it's dry. I'm going to show you guys a close-up when it starts to get tacky. And once it gets a little bit sticky, where your fingers start to like stick and pull to it like this, then it's ready to begin to lay down. And then I'm just going to begin laying the wig, just laying it in place. So because the top is already customized to your hairline, you're going to lay that exactly where you want it to be, exactly where you cut it to be, and then we'll worry about the sides in a bit. You're just going to pull the sides down. They're still going to be a little bit too close to your eyebrows, and you're still going to be losing a little bit of the side of your head, but we're going to fix that in a second. You just want to pull it down and just push it down in place, and then we'll worry about anything that's lifting in a bit. So once I have it in place, I'm going to go ahead and blow dry it just to make sure it's nice and tacked down and make sure everywhere that I outlined in the gel is stuck to actual part of the wig. So once it's dry, you're going to take one of your hands and apply a little bit of pressure to your hairline, just a little bit, and you're going to see the part that's not tacked down. That's going to be the area that you want to remove and you want to cut, because if you did it right, then the wig should be stuck to the area where you want it to be stuck, if that makes sense. It should be exactly where you wanted it to go, and then everything that's not stuck is what you don't need anymore. So it's going to go ahead and apply a little bit of pressure. It's going to lift up, and you're going to take your scissors and cut away the remainder of the lace. So you can see what I'm talking about a little bit better on this side. You see when I apply a little bit of pressure, it lifts up the area that's not tacked down and none of my real hairline is showing. That means that I don't need any of this area right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my scissors and remove it. Now back to the ear tabs. If you're fine with having them like this, they don't look bad. You can leave them like this. But because, again, I'm getting as close to my natural hairline as possible, I'm going to go ahead and remove anything that's a little bit too much for me because my natural sideburns don't go down that far. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this, and then I'm going to tack it down with a little bit of the gel and let it dry. because I'm a little anal, I'm going to go ahead and make sure none of the edges are lifting. And if they are, I'm going to take the end of my rat tail comb and dip it into the Got2b glue gel. And then I'm going to go ahead and press it down on like the edge of the hairline just to make sure it's melted into my skin. This lace is too dark for me, so you can kind of see it, not kind of see it, you can definitely see it a bit. But if this lace was not too dark, you guys, this would look freaking crazy, okay? Crazy in a good way. So I went ahead and tied it down for a bit just to make sure it was nice and secure. And this is what the hairline looks like, you guys. It looks so freaking good. Even with the lace being too dark for me, it still looks good. So I tried to find a clip of my natural hairline when my hair is straight. This is from probably maybe 9 months ago because I haven't straightened my natural hair in like 9 months. So this is the last time I straightened my natural hair, and this is what my real hairline looks like. This is how much forehead I really have. So yeah, I think I got pretty close and it looks pretty good. So because the lace is too dark for me, when that happens, I like to do baby hairs. So I could totally have left it alone like that, but because I do baby hairs with my real hair and because the lace is too dark, I'm going to do some anyway. So I'm just going to cut a bit and use the Cream of Nature mousse to swoop them. And that is pretty much it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that little notification bell so you're notified every time I post. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one.